What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're doing another Underpin hard mode fight, this time on Resto Druid. There's two major differences in this fight if you go in as a healer. The boss will have nearly 100 million less health, and the shields you have to break through are about half the size as they are for tanks and DPS. Though you do still have to kick the same number of bombs a DPS would. Having him tank is kinda no good. He doesn't move the boss when you need him to unless you run 40 yards away and snap him to you. The damage output you get by healing Brann doesn't really apply to when the shields are up because he's not being actively meleeed by the boss. He also has an enormous health pool and takes a lot more damage from the Underpin than you would, so you're really just better off having Brann DPS and healing yourself and him. We're also going to use Keeper of the Grove and not Wild Stalker. I'm really not a fan of DPSing as a cat in Resto Druid. It's more mandatory shapeshifting than running around in Boomkin. Though you do want to be in Boomkin form as much as you can, none of your spells become non-functional if you're in base caster form. And you don't have a pesky melee range requirement. It's just overall less burdensome on the player. If you guys want to see a Wild Stalker Resto Druid video, let me know. This is how I prefer to tackle the fight, and honestly about half the people I know that play Resto Druid prefer ranged Druid as well. We might even do a community poll to see how many of you prefer ranged or melee DPS as a healer Druid. For healing, it'll be Life Bloom on myself and Brann, and really handling as much as I can with Regrowth, Iron Bark, Bark Skin, Overgrowth, Grove Guardians, and Nature's Swiftness, all of which can be cast while in Moonkin form. Rejuve, Swiftmend, Wild Growth, and even Life Bloom all break you out of Moonkin form, so I'm going to be doing that as little as possible. Important to keep in mind that Moonkin form also more than doubles your armor, giving you about another 15% additional physical damage reduction. Also, if you really felt like it, you could have Brann healing as well. This will cut down on the amount of time you spent healing yourself. He still might find ways to die, as he's been doing the last couple of weeks, but having him as DPS will knock a minute or two off the fight. So the biggest problem as a healer is how you're going to DPS through those shields. And Resto Druid does have a pretty good selection of talents to help you do this, even as Keeper of the Grove. Talents of course linked in the description below, just making sure you're picking up everything that says Star Surge, Moonfire, and Sunfire. Along with Convoke, the cooldown reduction on Convoke, and the talent Call of the Elder Druid, which will give you 15 seconds of Heart of the Wild once every minute when you cast Star Surge, Rake, Shred, or Frenzied Regen. We only want to proc this with Star Surge, and you essentially want to line this up with every shield phase. We also have the full duration Heart of the Wild button spec. So when the shields come up, you're going to Star Surge and then Convoke and Moonkin form. So remember the shields do come up a little bit faster than every minute, so you do want to proc this early and then Convoke quickly after that. This will make sure that they're both up for every shield as long as possible. They will eventually get outpaced, at which point you might find yourself in a situation where you just don't want to cast Star Surge so you can have it up for the next shield. It's not necessarily needed, it's only an extra 20%, but you might also want to have an unused trinket, and also to make sure that you have it when you're not going to be able to Elder Druid Convoke. So my plan is to Heart of the Wild on the pole. You'll also put Call of the Elder Druid on cooldown during your opener, and then at that point you're just trying to make sure you line that up with the subsequent shield phases. You can also just hold on to Heart of the Wild and press it manually when you're not going to be able to Elder Druid proc before you Convoke on any given shield. You just got to make sure that when it first goes away a minute into the fight, just make sure you're not pressing Star Surge, Rake, Shred, or Frenzied Regen before that first shield comes up. To buy as much time as possible, I like to proc it during the shield windup, and then once that shield is on boss, I'm going to Convoke, and that'll get you off to a good start. And a quick note on Brann, again, he is DPS. We are using the Easy Build Mechasaurs kit. And we're also going to use the Bioprints. You might be saying, hey, I thought the Bioprints only scaled off of attack power. They do, but even non-bear and non-cat druids have 17,500 attack power. You could also do the loot radar. Kaja Cole is kind of whack because mastery doesn't give you any damage as a healer. So if you are getting one or two pickup colas that give you mastery, you might want to leave the instance and reset. You also have to leave the instance and reset after every wipe to get your 2 new colas. Unless they fix this, I don't think they have. That alone is enough for me to not run cola. But we'll see how much the 3D bioprinters do at the end of the fight. And I do this fight so much that I forget to recommend this. You do want to keybind the interact with target option. I use R, that also prevents me from whispering people my damage rotation. It's easy to reach, it doesn't conflict with the boss hitbox, it's a lot more reliable than trying to click it with your mouse. And you guys know the drill, we'll do a real-time demonstration. And I'll do my best to explain the thought process we're going through as we do the fight. Alright, couple of regrowths. We'll save Heart for first shield. And then we'll just pump damage, try to make the fight as short as we can. Let's go. Not a chicken, that's kind of bad. Brann will have aggro though. Maybe I pay a little bit more attention to where those traps are. Be better off. Obviously, we'd be better off, but about dedicating the mental resources to doing that. You have overgrowth on us. We are okay. Go behind you. Okay, well we got a 7-10 here. This is kind of lame. We bark skin. You're fine. We're still fine. Little belt shield there. Can actually go ahead and hit all the Elder Druid here. We're not too worried because we'll have full part of the wild. Oh, that's the worst bomb I ever seen. Got a tree or two. I'm getting a second bombs. That's okay. Time out, time out. And that's an easy break. Okay, we're doing alright. We're doing it. We bark skin. Nope. I think I was fine, but I'm not trying to get roasted. We got some Mechasaurs up. Cronies out. And we're gonna overgrowth because he's gonna punch us in the face. Got a bomb back here though. We're fine. Everything's fine. Calm as we need to be. Soothing ocean sounds. Field's coming up. Throw that trinket down. Dude, how are you? Come on. You're gonna put some bombs over here though, right? Yeah, we bark skins because Brann screwed up our kite. That's right, we got 3 bombs over here. Let's see how good we can be with them. Got a little bit of time. Wait for those to blow up. Shield's not yet. We overgrowth, we potion. And we break. Running, running, roast the bird. I don't need you. Get out of here. I don't want your bomb. Alright, halfway point. Let's go. All the bombs over there. This is big lame. And we bark skin. Get back here for a couple bombs. Feels like this is about to be super ugly. Blow those up. Come on, blow them up. You don't have one out yet. You don't either. And we can vote. Have a late trinket should we need it. I don't think we will. We overgrowth. We kick. There's a bomb up there. That's literally a first. The old Sandlot bomb. Hachi. Remember, weird sound effects or words that aren't words are, you know, they only help you in this scenario. The game's like, alright, we'll give him a break. Okay, we finally got a good set of adds and bombs. I'm happy about this. We gotta get the second one in. Shields up. Maybe we'll see if we need trinket. You know, we'll throw trinket down. Feel like we will. Especially when that guy to my left eats like 4 wraths. And we bark skin. Wait for a couple bombs. Tiger dash. Dot this guy up and get out of here. Looks like we'll have a bomb to spare. Oh, he's dead. We overgrowth. Swiftness. Alright, we're fine. We'll get this bomb out of here. We got new bombs, new set of adds. We are looking okay. We have iron bark. We're running away from all that mess. I know, we got timeout, timeout. I know. I can't believe we broke that. I was so worried. Okay, new bombs. We're gonna incap roar you guys, run away. We incapped the bomb, which moved it. And we bark skin just because we got super scared. Okay. This is totally it then. Couple trees. We overgrowth. New bombs. Ads coming up. The tree. That's fine. This is all fine. We got time because he's gonna flamethrower. I'm out. I hear you, but we're gonna kick this first. We also have trinket. I probably should have hearted. And we're just gonna kite. And not get hit by munitions. That's the plan. Bark skin. Throw out a tree. Run away from these lines. Another tree. Gonna iron bark. Tiger dash! Okay, thank Jesus. Okay, that was more attempts than rogue. 8 ruined undermine crest. 801 Mechasaurs did 365. Bioprints 66 million. So if you're not a clothy, if you're not an evoker, bioprints, you know, all those other classes have melee specs, so they have base attack power. Definitely worth using. Maybe spec out a life bloom stuff. I don't know. I was not doing much life bloom healing, but got the worst bunch of ad spawns and overlaps. That is controllable considering when you push the first shield, but yeah, it was dicey. Glad we got it done. That was fun. And you all know the deal. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what specs you want to see next. Share this video with your friends. Your comment could very well determine what spec I do tomorrow or the day after that. Sub to the channel to stay in the loop for more videos. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. Peace.